Hello everyone, welcome back, or I should say welcome to this Minecraft world. This is a new world that I created in one of the snapshots, 23W13A. That's one of the Minecraft 1.20 snapshots. This means it includes some of the new features, though the only one that I've really seen is, well, we'll get to it in a little bit. In any case, I've been wandering around, looking around for things, gathering some resources for a while, and you can see I got to about X2500. The seed might even be in there somewhere. I don't know where that's hiding. Maybe it's not in there. But we found this particular village, and I decided to sell around here because I found some interesting villagers. Looks like it's actually heading to nighttime, so we're going to give away at least some of the town here. We have quite a few golems because the town is actually very spread out, so it's ended up having quite a few golems spawning in a number of locations. I borrowed this particular house here as my initial setup when I got into town, and had a few machines and odds and ends set up here, but now it just has a whole lot of armor and some weapons because of trading. This is the first Minecraft save that I've done where I've actually traded for all of these things. I usually make them myself and then enchant them myself. But I renamed that hoe accidentally. But pretty much all of these I've actually traded for. Except I've added. You'll notice I have mending on here, so I've gotten actually a book for trading for that. But I guess that's trading as well. All of my bread I gathered from various towns that I came by, stealing their hay, selling most of it back to them to get some emeralds, and then keeping a bunch of it for bread. And I had a stack of bread, and I'm now down to 7. But what I did in this save is I found I found enough villagers, so I have not made any new ones. So I did see one baby, so they may have made their own villager. This used to be a regular house. I believe it was centered here. This house is a normal shape of a villager house. I just changed it to use the dark wood because that's what I had the most of when I expanded it. And I've ended up trading for most of these guys for my things. So for here, I've gotten an axe from this guy, except you can't see there it is. And I did get originally a sword from this guy as well, and I've also sold a whole bunch of things to him. And then I've been making most of my money from... It's loud in here. These guys here, I think I've just been trading with him for fun. There's our weaponsmith again. But generally been making most of my money with these Fletchers here with the sticks. And we also have an upstairs that I've converted so that there's more, so that there's a few more locations. He's been really good. There's where I got my mending from. And I think I have one more here. I got efficiency from him just recently, and fortune was a really good one from there. But it's too loud in here, so I'm leaving. What happens with large spread out villages like this one is it'll end up spawning a whole bunch of iron golems. But I've tried to keep most of the houses pretty normal. I just accidentally cleaved these two things with my axe to strip them of the wood, so oh well. So I decided to build some stuff. So I've cleared out a few things to make it a little easier to get around, but what I've built so far is this is the first house I built, which is this sort of cue ball here, this round house. Have a cat in here. Hello. It's mostly supposed to be just a storage shed, but I have a couple of simple machines in here. This one just for doing some automatic furnacing, and this has been my very most important one, because if there's one thing I've been short of here, it has been I don't even have any. I guess I'm all out, has been bone meal. I really need to find in the Nether one of the ancient skeletons, because that'll give me all the bone meal I need, but I haven't found that yet. I'm sleeping in here for now because I haven't really decided where I want my house to be. But this will probably also be the machine shop, obviously, because I've got a few odds and ends going on in here. And, you know, if all the resources are in here, the machine shop should be in there as well. But in any case, I just sort of made this with the help of an online tool just to make a round house. And then planted, I had found a number of different biomes. So I have not found the cherry blossom biome. So this has come from a wandering trader. I bought one of the saplings and obviously came up with enough. All you need is one sapling, because these trees make just bags of saplings when you take care of them. You'll notice there's some vines here because I was growing. Whoops! Hey, let's not do that. I was growing a giant jungle tree there, but not anymore. They stomped it. Okay, the one thing I don't like about these golems is that they've been stomping my veggies, and I stomped one of these myself, so you know I can't really blame them too much. I did find a mangrove swamp. It took me a long time, but I came across it eventually, so I brought back some propagules and got that. And what other things? We've obviously been to the Nether. We'll show where that's hiding out right now. So we've got just a little spot over here for some netheriness outside of the Nether, for the chickens to play in and the cows. But we got some more fungus and some crimson fungus here, and one of my favorite things in the game, these shroom lights, which I've resisted taking them down, but I have a whole bunch of them. Actually, these I just planted, so it looks like they've finally grown. In fact, as you can see, two of the smaller ones haven't yet. I do like these generally, or in the past, I've liked these trees generally. I think this might be too close. Let's go ahead and maybe plant it a little farther out. I don't know if they like having tall grass that nearby. But these are really good for chopping down for wood. But I've decided recently that if you don't need the space savings and the ease of chopping down, you know, just going straight up and chopping down wood, I don't really like going very high to chop down wood. It's something I've liked for a long time, but I really like these trees for chopping down wood. They're just much easier. You only have to hop a couple blocks up and just chop them all down in a row. And I keep them separated because I don't know if when you put the four saplings in a row in a square at the bottom, which you have to do for these and also for those big trees. I don't know if you put them all together if the game gets confused. So I just keep them nicely separated by one spot so that they've got some space. One thing I have very much loved, that'll grow eventually. One thing I very much loved is one of the more recent updates added these moss areas, and you can bone meal them, hence everything that I've been short of bone meal. You can bone meal them to expand them. So this has been a reclamation project because it all used to be stone. So this is just bare stone here. It wasn't uncovered, it was just straight up bare stone. And I have bone mealed the area, and when you bone meal what is this called? When you bone meal the moss blocks, it expands and takes over many of the other block types and converts them into moss. So in fact, all of these blocks used to be stone, which is super awesome. I happen to love that. So this has been a reclamation project. I'm going to be starting another one over there. We'll get to that in a minute. And one thing I found out about the cherry blossom, these little particle effects, is you get the particle effect from a single block of leaves. Just gives you the particle effect directly underneath it. So I have one of these blocks which I've taken down and put in to that villager house, and it rains the blossom effect in that exact one square, unlike the spore blossom, which I also have in there, which rains it down over the whole area. Alright, so obviously the observant of you have also noticed that there's another building back here. Let's go take a look at that. That's the second thing that I've built here, other than the expansion to the villager house. I sort of cut that short when we had to when we had to go to sleep. But hello, kitty cat. Wish I could get that kitty cat, but I can't. So I'm trying not to kill any animals. And you need to kill fish to tame cats. And I forgot, and that's why I have 2 cats, because I killed 7 fish and then afterwards realized, oops. So I tamed the 2 cats and I'm done. That's just an expanded version of a standard villager house. It's been expanded. So what is it? It's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, sort of 5 subunits. They start out as only 2. And I actually made it 1 notch deeper, so it usually has a pointed roof. And I did that just so you can fit my standard villager shape here. Let me hop over the fence, which is just for economy of scale, space to move, 1 bed, job block, and these are all the job blocks that I've used so far. Not all of them are completely useful. Some of them I just found and I'm like, oh, here, have a job. I'm not really using you. But that's fine. This guy is, of course, my super trader, and he has a top trade is a unbreaking crossbow. Whoop-de-doo. I have a lot of very uninspiring top-end trades here. Found out a really fun thing with the iron golems. Because the iron golem is bigger than 1 square at the bottom, he will stand here and walk over the fence and get trapped in there. And in fact, they all got trapped in there, except for 1. But they're mostly out now, and the reason is because, well, I will let you... Actually, this is the perfect time to explain what's going on with my lighting. As I pause for a little bread break there. One thing that has come with the moss is moss carpets, and I love moss carpets because it makes it look like you've got some nice grass here without any obnoxious lights showing up. But in fact, my favorite... well, actually, I don't have shroom lights. I've replaced them with glowstone. You can use glowstone. The lights shine through the glowstone, but you still have the nice moss carpet above it, and it looks pretty nice. And I've got a few of them set here and there and everywhere. But it's a nice way to sort of have more subtle lighting. Yes, there's one under there as well. This is my other cat. He guards my tree and my entrance. And I haven't come up with a better use other than the shroom lights in here. I do like the shroom lights a lot, but they are still a little obnoxious, and there are other ways to use them, but in this shaped house I don't have a better way. And then I have lanterns at the top, but they should be on chains. I just haven't made the chains yet. Will at some point. I got this absolutely giant tree here when I grew from the mangrove propagule. But in any case, this is something I'm converting everything to, so I'm just grabbing as many of these little moss things every time I expand. The little moss patch back there, and another moss patch I want to build over there, and we'll get more of those. Okay, so heading into the woods here, or the bamboo woods, we have some more mangroves here, a couple of tall jungle trees. I moved the jungle trees over here because I figured they're more appropriate. There's another tall jungle tree somewhere. I think it's over there. There it is. Yeah, and there's I think a short one as well. I also bone mealed a bunch of this because I normally don't like tall grass, but this sort of makes this look a little nicer. And then we have the ziggurat here. So I'm still getting more moss carpets to expand this out. I haven't gotten quite all of the vines working here, but when you go up the front of the ziggurat, it's a little broken on the top because it's usually where they are the most weathered. No, that's appropriate. It rains a lot around here, but that's fine. This is where my enchanting setup is. I have done some enchanting here. I've got, I always keep in the corner, a little thing for crafting, some stuff just waiting to be enchanted. I think I'm looking for, I don't even know, I'm looking for something, probably looting on the sword, though I have actually a looting 3. I think it's a gold sword, so it's not really very good, but that's alright. But the best part about the ziggurat, especially if you haven't seen there, is that, of course, if you go around back, it has an inside. And I have not, obviously I've not finished the inside. Okay, stop. Sometimes it doesn't like to go. Oh no. Do I have to break this? I think I have to break it. It'll grow back. I have to finish the inside here. And on the inside is where my nether portal is. And of course, because most of the peoples who made ziggurats were very interested in timekeeping, we have our only clock here. I was intending maybe to live in here. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think when I get a brewing location, I'm probably going to put it in here. You can actually see where the extension of the moss area actually came all the way in. I also have the shroom lights hiding under here to sort of keep it a little subtle, though, with a little bit of torches on the ceiling. What I'll probably have is a narrow passage leading around and then to this inner room, and then maybe a hidden passage to the larger area in the back, which is where the brewing will be. I don't do much brewing, but when doing some things, having night vision can be very handy. So night vision is a real nice thing to have. We can go take a look at the nether, though it isn't a very good nether. I don't like it too much. I cleared out a whole bunch of crimson trees out of here. Giant, I remember what these things are called, but cleared a bunch of them out. There are a lot of them crammed in here. That's what I have this hoe for. Efficiency 4, Fortune 3 is mostly for getting more crops and also for pulling more jungle saplings off of the jungle trees, because the one thing about jungle trees is that they drop far fewer saplings, so they are tough sometimes to squeeze saplings out of. This can help you get more, or at least supposedly it can. Oops, I forgot to wear my hat, but I have it here. There we go. Now I won't get any trouble with the locals. Hello, sir. I've done a bunch of trading with him before. I have been killing these Endermen, who have been carrying those blocks, because it's always nice to have some extra blocks to spread from. And in fact, I don't have any Silk Touch yet. Up on the overworld, I have some of these whatever they are, crimson blocks that you can grow the giant funguses on. So what I've done is I've just killed Endermen that are holding them, and they drop them on the ground or usually straight into your inventory. Then you can take them into the overworld, grab this regular netherrack, and you can bone meal them to spread. And in fact, that's where like half of my bone meal has gone, to spreading those. So yeah, there's a warp forest, there's Crimson Forest over there. That's where the Endermen have been teleporting to grab me those crimson blocks. I think, yeah, in fact, you can just get straight there. I've just built this little area. Let's see if I can find... This has been a weirdly buggy. At one point, I was able to... As you can see, I've been sort of fooling around here. I don't even remember what I was doing with that. I think oh, stupid pigs. Again, I'm trying not to kill anything. So I'm just avoiding the pigs at this point. It is stupid. Well, I'm not going to kill him. Go away. So he'll run now. But those little pigs can be a bit of a problem. Okay, so one of the things I do want to do is over... Not exactly sure. Over that... Oh, I think I got it. Yeah. There is a bastion. And I remember raiding bastions before when they were first put in one of the previews quite a long time ago. And they were empty, and they were a whole lot of fun to go through. And then they put those wonderful extra strong piglins in there to keep you honest. And yeah, they've been a whole lot less fun to review or to raid after that. In fact, I've never really done it. I think it's out here, because I had to outrun somebody at one point who was getting on my tail, and was getting to be quite a problem. I actually don't like this. A lot of this is like feels like it's single netherrock thick, and it looks like one hit with a ghast will send you right over into the drink. And in fact, I traded for a bunch of the potions that you're supposed to have for that, and of course I didn't take any with me, so there you have it. And it's funny because I'm telling you that there was a bastion, and now I can't find it. Oh, excuse me, sir. So, well, I am going to record raiding it, though, because that should be fun. I've never actually done it in the, I guess, regular Minecraft. I mean, this is a snapshot, but it is not a snapshot, which doesn't have a mature raiding function in it. So that's not really a problem. Am I going back the wrong way? I sure am. Need to go back that way. I went around too far. Definitely worth keeping track of your coordinates in the Nether if you don't have a good sense of direction, or really just when you're first getting used to the game. This is also absolutely key. For me, if you see this, you know I've been around, because I don't like those lava flows getting in my way all the time. I am curious as to where that bastion was. I'm just going to go out here and take a look. Oh, there it is. See, look at that. Went the wrong way. Okay, so I don't know which one this is. There's 4 different type of bastions. I believe I can walk very close to right up to it there, so it should be pretty easy to get into. So I will make a second episode for that. Fantastic. There we go. This isn't even a particularly powerful bow, so I don't think. Power 3, but you know, whatever, does the job. Great, there's another one, but I got a ghast here. That's my first one, so that's nice. So in any case, that's been a tour. It was it's pretty interesting. I have the only new content stuff that I found is I did get the nice pink trees, so I can't complain about that. And I did get the I got some pottery shards, and I was going to show that, but in fact, I have to get back to where I was before, and I keep going the wrong way. In any case, I think I may cut this off on my way out, just in case I run into more ghasts, which is always a lot of fun. And I will talk to you soon, because I think I would like to just show you if there is anything else in here, and if there's not, then this will be it. Yes, I like you too. Especially you. Oh, he doesn't have anything interesting. He just has a little mushroom. All right. In any case, I will talk to you guys soon. Hello, we're back a couple of minutes later. I got a second ghast here, which was nice. Eventually found my way back. I'd made the right turn a little too quick, but eventually found my way back. So in any case, the only thing really had left to show, one thing I've done is I've taken, these are all the original places where the villagers were doing their farming. I just expanded them to double width and added the melons in there, because they don't usually get melons. Though I think the jungle, and no, there aren't any in the jungle, then only the desert, the savanna ones will do pumpkins, or sorry, no, that's right, yes, the savanna ones will do melons, and the the taiga ones will do pumpkins. So you can actually get these in some of them. One of the nice things about having efficiency 5 is everything goes nice and quickly. I also have fortune 3 on there, which means you get at least the maximum number of melon slices out of that, but the best thing would be to have silk touch, and that is what my next villager is going to have. Alright, the one other thing I've been doing for profit is I have a Fortune 3 diamond shovel, and you'll notice there's some weird sort of holes and shaping here, and I haven't cut these holes out insofar as this started out as a gravel mountain, which is one of the biomes. In fact, I think if I go here, it should say Stony Shore. So the Stony Shore actually is covered in quite a bit thick of this gravel. And the nice thing about not so much the efficiency 5, though that does work here, but the Fortune 3 is that every single one that you get turns into a flint. And it goes like this, which is quite pleasant. I mean, maybe the sound isn't the most pleasant in the world, but the function sure is. Because the great thing about the function is that one of my favorite villagers buys these. So it actually is a halfway decent way. Remember, this is not only about making money, getting your emeralds. I did not really want to chop up all of those dirt blocks, but it will also insta-break dirt blocks as well. So efficiency 4 will not insta-break grass blocks. It's still a bit of slowness, but it will insta-break dirt blocks. And of course it also insta-breaks, just chuck that stuff back there. It also insta-breaks the gravel, and now I have 3 stacks plus of those. I did collect like a third of the mountain there. It's not even a mountain, it's a little hill. I did collect a third of the hill already when I was only on Fortune 2, which gives you 25% of them converted. But it's actually fairly quick to throw those back down again and convert them. So I think Eye Patch is the guy I need for this. So let's look for Eye Patch. There you are, sir. Right there, 24. So we'll get a few from this guy. There's actually another one who buys as well, but Eye Patch is the one I usually go to. So it isn't a super amount of, I only get 8 emeralds out of that, so it's not great, but it's very quick because each individual guy who buys the sticks will give you 16 for each round, but it's a lot more tree chopping. It is just not that fast. The fact that I have a Stony Shore right there is really handy. So, I mean, it's a decent way to get emeralds and also to get some levels as well, which I've now started being, of course, constantly short on levels because I'm still in the midst of sort of building my tools, which I find to be a fun part. Obviously, I've bought a whole bunch of mending here, and I've got a protection as well, which I think I might... Oh, I actually created that one. Alright, so the only things I have left are, as you can see, I've got a lot of gravel left to go. The only other fun things that I found are they in here? No, I think I've got it in the special case here. I have pottery shard, and I have some armor trim. So I've gotten a bunch of coast armor trim, because you can find those in ships. And I've got this smithing template armor trim from I don't even remember where. They're actually all tied to a particular location in game, so I'm guessing those of you who know where you get the Sentry one from will know where I found that, but I don't remember. And then I also got a music disc, which is nice. But the pottery shard I did get from a desert well. The most useless structure in the game now has at least a little bit of a use in that you can get that nice little pottery shard there, but I don't have any others. This is like some of just the stuff I got during that big wander time. I've actually done 3 of those to find things. Saddle, I've actually bought all these Nautilus shells, but I did grab an axolotl from one of those places. I do have another clock, which I'd actually forgotten until right now. But getting those armor trims and the music disc was really nice, and also getting a name tag is pretty valuable as well. I just realized that I haven't been in here since I grew most of the trees, and I really can't see the sun very well anymore, so it's hard to tell what time of day it is. So I should probably put the clock up on the wall. in any case, I do want to finish doing sort of the inside of the pyramid, and once I'm done with the stony shore over here and I've actually collected all of the gravel, I'm going to do the same conversion to moss, and we're going to green that back up and make that look like a nice little moss area instead of the bare stone ground that it is right now. That's about it. And snip a sheep, and that'll be fun. And I think we're done now. This was fun, and I'll give you guys an update when something new happens here. I will talk to you soon.